I'm just gonna wait a few minutes until a few more people hop on here. I know that some of you guys have been waiting for all day, you've been working. I also am I have a live on YouTube and a live on Facebook, so if I'm like looking around, that is why. Okay. Uh-oh, my best friend Jamie's on. Hopefully she's ready for this. Okay. So, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna try, sorry that was me looking at the Facebook thing. I am going to try to answer your guys' questions as I go without being as spacey as possible. I mean, that light in the back is kind of black. Okay, let's see if that angle's better. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for this live. I've been building it up for a while, and I know that a lot of new people have started following today. It has just been a great, big day, and I feel like I've gained a lot of ground. So, what I'm going to kind of start with, I mean, last time I did my video, I was bawling. I don't know why, but I was crying. So hopefully I can hold it together this time. So, what I'm kind of going to say is that, kind of give you a background of my life, my family, my marriage, and those things. Okay, so I have been married for like 11 and a half years. Our 11-year anniversary was in May. And so I met my husband when I was 18 years old, and we got married. Everybody wants me to cry again. Hopefully I don't. I got married a year after I met him, or actually I got married at 18 years old, and my husband and I are 10 years apart, and it was kind of a rough go at the beginning, not a rough go, but like when we were engaged, kind of trying to get everybody on board with the fact that I was so young and he was older than me. But, so 3 months after I was married, I ended up getting pregnant with my oldest son, Crew, who is now 10, and I remember on my first year anniversary, like having a brand new baby sitting there being like, what is going on? So now I fast forward a few years, 11, and I have 4 kids. So my oldest is Crew, and he's a 10-year-old. My next is 8 years old, and he's Remington. And then I have a girl named Tess, who's 5 and just started kindergarten. And I have a 2-year-old Demi, who is it's just me and her hanging out now. And she's the best thing ever. Okay, so that's pretty much who I am. When I grew up, my mom is like, that's how I learned how to cook, was through my mom. She taught me everything pretty much that I know, and still cook with her. For the first 8 years of my marriage, I cooked almost every day with my mom, helped her with catering and everything. So that's pretty much where I've learned all my cooking. She's published a few cookbooks, and I have those, and it's just a huge part of my life, cooking and making food. So when I first got married, we are like a straight, old-fashioned type of family. Like my husband would go to work, and then he'd come home, and you can see the chair right there. He pretty much just sits in that chair and just sits there, and I bring him his plate, and I always serve him on a glass plate. So that's pretty much how we are as a couple and as a family and everything like that. So I have been cooking my whole entire marriage. I have meal planned for the past 11 years, and that's pretty much what I do. I just assume that that's what people do, and it's just been a huge part of my life. And by meal planning for 11 years, I have literally been able to have it down to a science. I know how to save money. I know how to mix certain things. I think I've talked about it on here before, but with heavy cream, I'll buy heavy cream, and I'll make French toast, and then I'll make fried chicken, things like that will use heavy cream twice, and in 2 completely different recipes. So I pretty much have gotten it down to a science, and now thanks to Walmart pickup and things like that, I can see exactly how much is in my cart, and I spend like under $150 every single week on groceries, and that is for feeding my family of 6. And I mostly bring food to my neighbors, and I'm usually feeding a few neighbor kids at my house. So that's pretty much my groceries. So I get asked that a lot, and I don't know if I push that button if they can go on. I don't want them to join. I mean, I want them to join, but I don't want it to be like all 4 of us. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you guys. Okay, so sorry about that. So pretty much I have gotten it down, meal planning to a science, where I can feed at least 6 people every single week. I make 15 meals a week, and I can spend under $150. That is also including, people are saying my site's not working. It's probably, unfortunately, my site crashed this morning as I launched because everybody was so nice and everybody was signing up. So if it crashes, just try it again. Everybody was able to sign up that wanted to. So hopefully it still works. But we were able to get everybody. So if it's crashing or not working, just be patient, I think. My husband he's not here, but he's at an office, and at a office, not his office, and he's making sure everything's going smoothly with some tech people. So anyways, back to that. So what I've kind of been able to do is, by meal planning for this long, I've been able to get it where it's cheaper and you can still make delicious meals and feed a lot of people. I feel like feeding a family of 6 plus usually 1 or 2 is a lot. That's a lot of people to feed. But what I've been able to do is do it. I've been able to make it down to a science, so I can't wait to share that all with you guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably saw my post, which was a sneak peek of the previous video that I posted. So what is one of the things that I'm launching is that I'm going to be selling in a subscription. It's going to be weekly meal plans. So these meal plans will be Monday through Friday, and then Saturday will be date night, or if you just need a night where you're like running to sports or activities and things like that. So it's pretty much 5 dinners a week. Yeah, that's 5 dinners. And a breakfast. So I did a Sunday breakfast, Monday through Friday dinner. So that's what's going to be on the meal plan that I send out. And it also is going to have a shopping list. The shopping list for the first few weeks is going to have more ingredients. And once you build upon each week of the shopping list, you're going to have more and more ingredients, so you don't have to get them. I do put every single thing, like garlic salt and pepper, garlic, cumin, like things like that you'll probably buy the first or second week of the meal plan, and then you will not use it all, so then you'll be able to keep on using it. So that's the kind of thing. People are asking if they're going to be healthy-ish. It's not like, it's like how I cook. So, no, probably not. Their meals, my goal as a mother is to provide a meal that my whole entire family is going to eat. So that is what works for me. I have had times in my life when me and my husband were like going to Hawaii or something like that, and we wanted to eat healthier, and I would make a specific meal for me and my husband, and then for my kids. And I feel like my kids notice, like, well, why are you eating that? So I just decided to make my whole family the same exact meal, and then people are laughing that I said that they're not healthy. But if you get all 6 of you guys to eat a meal that you made, I feel like that's way more of a win than eating a salad. But I will be adding things into that are healthier. I feel like fish is healthy, fruits and vegetables, those are wins. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. If you followed me for a while, you'll realize that I just do my best. I'm just me, and what I do, it works for me and my family. So the meals that we're gonna have, I'm gonna start. Yes, it's better than fast food, and it tastes better, and it's not Taco Bell. Classic letter. But so anyways, so part of these meals, I'm going to start the first few weeks, I'm going to start with the most popular recipes on my blog. These are recipes that I have gotten pictures of every single day. People send me pictures of their food every single day. So I'm going to start with the most popular recipes that I feel like you guys would enjoy the most. And then, like, I have a lot of popular recipes, so I'm just going to start with those and then keep on going. So, one thing I am going to say is I feel like a huge part of it is I think a lot of moms are going to think, well, like, my family's not going to eat this. I only, like, my son's not going to eat this, or my daughter's not going to eat this. And one thing I am going to say that I said earlier is that if you want your kids to try new foods, you have to introduce them to them. Like, if you have your kid, like, if you want to show your kids, like, asparagus, I used this in the earlier video. If you want them to introduce them to, like, asparagus, you can't show them asparagus, like, once a month. They're not going to see it often enough. So by introducing foods over and over and over again, eventually your kids are going to say, like, oh wait, this is like the 5th time I've seen asparagus, I'm going to give it a try. So that's one way that you can get your kids to try different meals and different sides and things like that, and fruits and vegetables. My family needs to stop texting. Okay, family members? But that is something that I truly believe in. I have a son who literally can't have any of his food touching each other. Like, I have to deconstruct anything. Like, when I make baked ziti, I have to have the noodles by itself, I have to have the sauce by itself, and I have to have the pasta sauce by itself. Okay? So there's things that I've done as a mom that I've done for, like, since I've been a mom. Okay? So if you guys have picky eaters, I would say introduce them to new foods. Introduce them over and over and over again to foods. And also, if you have to, deconstruct them. Take out the chicken. Take out, okay, my family. I wish I could put my phone on airplane mode so I wouldn't get my family's text messages. Okay? That's how bad my text messages are for my family. But I feel like that is a huge thing of introducing your family and your kids and your husband even to new foods. Okay? So the reality of it is these meal plans that I'm going to be introducing, they're going to be a huge variety. You're going to see, like, in the same week, you're going to see a pasta and a Mexican and a fish dip, like, whatever it's going to be. My family loves fish, but I know that a lot of people don't like fish, and so those things won't be, like, prominent in every single week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be emailing, and also part of the subscription is that you're going to be sent to a Facebook group. So, like, right when you go to checkout, it will direct you straight to Facebook that you can join this Facebook group. And this Facebook group is going to be like a straight community. So, and I already launched it today, and people have already posted pictures of their meals that they made tonight. I had like people posting their French dips and their chicken wings and everything like that. So it's going to be a community where you can, like, post pictures, you can ask people's suggestions, like, oh, I'm making this, or I'm at the store, what should I buy, or something like that. So there's going to be that. So there's going to be meal plans and shopping lists, and there's also going to be a Facebook group that's going to be directed to that. Are they quick meals in the kitchen? Yes, they are quick meals that are in the kitchen for less than an hour. If you watch my step-by-steps that I do a lot, almost all my meals are less than an hour. I have 4 kids, and I have practices. Like, on Mondays I have 3 different practices. Tuesdays I have 2 practices. Wednesdays I have 2. Like, literally, like, every single day of the week I have multiple practices. So these meals are meals that can be made ahead and put in the fridge if you have to. They can be thrown in the crock pot. Yes, I will have Instant Pot recipes, but I just have to get more comfortable with it. And it'll be a complete variety. Part of the Facebook group also is that those are gonna be all the people that are part of it's called Scarlett Sous Chefs, and those people are gonna be part of that group. And so those people, like, once you're in it, those are the people that are getting my meal plans. So you will be getting you'll be able to say, hey, can we add some more salads to this, or can we add some more fish recipes, or hey, you're posting too many pasta recipes. So it's going to be like an open communication where everybody can talk and say what they like and they don't like, what's working and not working. It's just going to be a group where we're all together and really learning from each other. So, for example, the other day I posted about an Instapot, okay, or Insta or Instant. I have no idea what it's actually called. I thought it was Instant because that's what it says on it, but everybody's like, you're saying Insta. It's supposed to be Insta. So, anyways, whatever that thing is that you pressurize, that's what I'm talking about. But I posted about that and I was like, this is my first recipe. I'm just like throwing it out there. And I literally got hundreds and hundreds of tips from everybody. I've gotten tips, I got recipes, and I got things like that I cannot wait to try. So it's just going to be a community where we are all in there together. We're all trying to be better cooks. We're trying to be better, moms, dads, brothers, sister, aunts, whatever you are. I'm just trying to teach you more cooking tips to make cooking and dinner time less stressful, more enjoyable, and a time that you truly enjoy. My favorite time of the day is dinner time. It is a time where we all sit together as a family. Some nights I have a kid missing because of practice or I have something, but we sit around the dinner table, whether it's me and one child or me and my husband or all of us. And it is a time that we really bond together as a family. I ask my kids 3 questions. I ask them, what is the best part of their day, the worst part of the day, and who did they serve that day? And those are the 3 questions that I ask my kids every single day. And it really is a time that my kids get to express themselves. They get to feel vulnerable of saying what their worst part of the day was. And also, sometimes it's a moment where my kids can realize, like, man, I was the best part of my brother's day, or I was the worst part of my brother's day. And it can help us all, like, decide to be better people and also be able to communicate with each other as a family. So I think that by having these meal plans and the shopping list ready for you, it is literally going to take the guesswork out of it. I feel like a lot of moms and women, they feel like they hate dinner time because they're so stressed out of what they're going to make, and they're running around like, and I've done it too, like at 3 o'clock I'm like, oh, my kids just walked in from school, I have nothing prepared, I do not know what I'm going to make, and now I'm annoyed. And that's when I don't let my kids cook with me, or I don't let them in the kitchen, and I really get mad if they don't eat it. So part of it is, that's like one end of the spectrum, and the other side of the spectrum is having meals prepped or ready, or just pretty much the ideas. So I'm going to be giving you guys the meal plans and then also the shopping list, and I am working with, or I've emailed and I've talked on the phone, like the Amazon delivery people, the ClickList, Instacart, what else? Walmart. I've talked to all of them on the phone, and I've emailed them as their feedback team, and I am having them work on, and they acted like super excited about it, and they super really wanted to jump on the bandwagon, but I am working with them to be able to, personally, I would put everything in my cart, and I would social share my cart to the people in my group, and then you would literally just hit checkout. So that is pretty much what I am working on. I was hoping that I'd be ready before this, but it's just not ready. But that is something that hopefully will be coming soon. I don't have really much control about that, about just the instant checkout, but just know that none of them offer it, but I've talked to and messaged all of them, and I'm hoping that at least a few of them will realize they all thought it was the best idea ever. And so I'm hoping that they'll jump on it where I can social share my cart. So literally every week you'll get a meal plan, a shopping list, and a button where you check out. Okay, so that is a few of the things that I've been working on. Another thing that I've been working on, so part of that group is the sous chefs, and once you're part of that group, you'll get the meal plans, the shopping list, but that group will then become like priority. for me. So those will be people that I will be talking to daily, and those people, when I start doing my cooking classes and my kids' cooking classes and different events, those people will get priority over everyone. So with cooking, it's so hard because I need to have, like, I only can fit so many people in a room to actually cook with me or be watching me cook. So those people, say I have 50 spots open, I will open it up to those 50 people first. I will open those spots up to my sous chef group first and say, hey, does anybody want to sign up? And say that there's 3 spots left. That's when I go to my Instagram followers or my Facebook followers or my YouTube followers and I say, hey, this is left. I have 3 spots left, whoever wants it. So if you are in that sous chef group and you are part of the monthly subscription, you will get dibs of everything. So if I have a party, if I start throwing other kids' parties, which, I don't know if there's enough money in the world for me to do that, but literally anything I have, everybody in that group will get priority. And I'm up for traveling. If there's enough people that are in that group, then say they're all in Kentucky and they're like, I really want you to do a cooking class, I am totally willing to go to Kentucky and do a whole cooking class for people. So that's pretty much what another thing I'm going to be offering is those classes for adults. I can even possibly do couple cooking classes if people think. My husband just sits in that chair. I even do the trigger, you guys. I will definitely go to Newport Beach. Absolutely. Absolutely, okay? So anyways, those are a few things that I've been working on. Another thing that I have been working on is that I have been writing a cookbook. My mom wrote cookbooks when I was growing up, and it has been something that I've always wanted to do. It's always been a goal of mine, and I have started, and it's in the process, and I hope that someday my daughter writes a cookbook, because it's just going to be one of those things that hopefully is a generational thing. So the only thing with my cookbook is that my husband and I have decided to go with a local printing company. There is a special feature on the cookbooks that have never been in any cookbook before. It is something that my husband came up with when we were on our trip together. When he came up with that, I was like, I cannot believe he came up with that feature. So, and everybody, I didn't tell anybody what it was, but everybody's saying that I need to get it patented, but I don't know if I can patent it. But anyways, that is something that I'm working on. The reason we are not going through a publishing company is because I feel like once I launch that feature into the world, someone else is just going to take it. And unfortunately, that's just like the reality of business. So I'm hoping to keep it as tight-knit as possible for as long as possible. But my cookbook will be coming out at the beginning of the year. Okay? And for the first 50 people that sign up from this class, or this live, the first 50 people to sign up for my sous chefs will get their cookbook for free. So the first 50 people that have signed up, that will sign up right now, they will get theirs for free. So if you need to jump off and sign up and come back on, feel free to. The link for it is in my Instagram profile, or if you go to my blog, the last post I did has 2 links that say sign up here, and you click on them and you sign up. And the price of my monthly subscription, meal plan, shopping list, Facebook group, dibs on everything, pretty much being my best friend, if Jamie will let anybody, is $7.97 a month. I chose that price because I feel like I wanted it to be affordable for everyone. So for that much money a month, I feel like I can save you on your groceries. You'll be saving more than $7.97 a month. You will definitely be doing it, and I feel like that is a price that it will be worth it. It will be something that you're thinking, I cannot believe I'm only paying less than $8 for every week. I get a meal and a shopping list and hopefully a checkout cart, So those are things that you guys will be getting for that $7.97 price. And the first people that signed up at 9 p.m. Do get it. Last time I said that and everybody jumped off, the site did crash. So hopefully it doesn't again. I mean, it kind of got crazy before, but like literally there was like over 5,000 people that viewed it, and it was kind of nuts. So this one is not as crazy, luckily, but so you guys have a higher chance of getting the free 50 cookbooks this time than you did in the morning. But so also for the cookbooks, since we are going through a local publisher and not a publishing company, like if you go through a publishing company, usually they'll like front you money or pay for part of those things. So what my husband and I have done is we have both been setting money aside to be able to buy the cookbooks. So we're gonna buy the cookbooks, and if you're part of the sous chefs and I launch a pre-order and there's like 50 in the morning, 50 in the evening, this group that got them for free, so that's 100, and say there's 500 other people that want the cookbooks in that sous chef group, you guys will automatically get to buy them. We will make sure that if you're in that group and you want a cookbook and you pre-order it, like every single person that wants a cookbook, we will make sure we have one for you. The rest of the group and the rest of Instagram, I mean, I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. So how you'll know if you're the first 50 is we will be emailing. This morning we just got a ton of emails and things were crashing, and people were like people were literally signing up 15 times because they were like so excited, and they got their card charged 15 times because they were literally filling out the form 15 times. So just try to fill out the form once. Unless you really want 15 of them, then you can put your friends' emails in there and they can be part of the group. But just try to sign up once, and if you are the first 50, we have a lot of tech support that has been going on throughout this whole day, and they're trying their best to make sure everybody is signed up and everybody is in the Facebook group and everybody is taken care of. After all that stuff happens, then we'll be sending out the email that says like, congratulations, you are the top 50 or the top 100 now. So we'll be giving out 100 free cookbooks, okay? People are saying they're guilty of it because people were literally checking out a million times because they wanted to make sure they got part of this group. But so part of this is, the reason I'm doing this is that a lot of people have asked me every single day. They say, I have not cooked in 3 years, and your recipes have inspired me, and your step-by-steps have inspired me, and it's just made me feel like a better person, and I just like, in everything like that. So I decided that I just wanted you guys to know that I truly believe in mealtimes around the table, and creating, when I cook food, it like makes my house a home. It is something that I truly enjoy doing. I love it when I have 10 kids around my table eating food. It really brings me so much joy. Like for church, they like a thing where he's like, what brings you the most joy? And I literally put to have all my kids' friends eating dinner at my house. I mean, to most people, that would seem like you are absolutely crazy, and I probably am. I mean, you guys have followed me for a while, or maybe you haven't, but I am slightly crazy. But that honestly like brings me to tears, feeding 10 kids dinner. I know it's a little crazy, but I know that you guys will feel that joy. I think a lot of people, when they think of cooking and they think of the kitchen, they get stressed out. They don't want, don't enjoy it. There's a reason they call like 3 to 5 like the witching hour. And I think by having these meal plans and having shopping lists and having everything like done for you, I really truly hope that this like lightens your load. Like this ease your burdens and lightens your load. And this takes something that I have done for 11 years that has become simple to me because I've done it for so long, and I'm able to ease your burdens and make things that are really hard for you become better. So I know that by having meal times and having that time where you can truly bond together with people that you love. I have my little brother here today, and for dinner, and it's like one of those things that just sharing a meal with each other and laughing and having those things, like, it really does, like, bond you and bring you closer to each other. So I'm not just selling meal plans or shopping lists or anything like that. Like, I truly hope that, like, I'm selling you guys a lifestyle. Like a lifestyle where you want to sit around the table, where you are not stressed out when it comes to dinner time, when you truly think of 5 o'clock and you think, like, I cannot wait till everybody is around my table, because that is what brings me the most joy. And I think a lot of it is when you start introducing your kids or your husband to new food and they like it, it brings joy, especially when you worked hard on something. These meals that I'm making, I don't have like hours and hours to prep and to cook and to make things. So these are simple, easy recipes. I have had my blog for 6 years, and I have created a lot of simple recipes, mostly because the past 10 years I've had young kids. My oldest is 10, my youngest is 2, and literally, sorry, I've talked like for hours today, you guys. And I have made things as fast and as simple and as concise as I can. I have some people on the Facebook, no, it's not the Facebook, on the other video, I don't know which is which, my husband sent them out before he left, asking about the step-by-step stories, if I will still be doing those. The reality of it is I really do love doing the step-by-step videos. I get a lot of fulfillment from doing those, and I think a lot of people realize that a video doesn't have to be professionally done for them to feel inspired. I have known that people have been inspired by me, cracking an egg and getting a shell in it and had to take it out, because I am just a normal person who likes to cook. And so I will be trying to do as many step-by-steps as I can, but since the step-by-steps do take more time, there is a possibility that I will be only posting a few step-by-steps on my regular Instagram, and then I will be doing all my step-by-steps for my sous chef group. So part of the sous chef group is when I have the meals, those will also have links to go directly to step-by-step videos. So if you're more of a visual person, I know a lot of you guys are, because that's where I get a lot of my traffic, is through the step-by-step videos. So if you are a visual person, it will have the name of the recipe, it will have what or the name of your recipe, you'll have the ingredients on the other side. But then also it will be, you'll have a link that you can go and you can watch step-by-steps. So I have so many stories saved across my thing, because I literally can't post a video without anybody saying are you going to save this? So I have to save everything, because at least one person asks me about every recipe. So I'm going to have it easier to find. So if you have my French dip, it's pretty simple. It's my go-to meal, as you guys have heard. That's just going to be directly to you, so you don't have to go through all my stories and try to find the French dip and see which one is it under. So that will be part of it too. So you'll have the meal plans, you'll have videos if you want them that way, and you'll have it all emailed to you. And also in the Facebook group, it will have a little box that says files, and you can click on it and the meals will be uploaded to there and the shopping list will be loaded to there. So you can, what I like to do is I just will have my phone, and it'll have the recipe. So this time, so when you go shopping, it will have you can pull up the PDF, or you can print them if you go to the store, and I'll post I'll have on my computer, I'll have Walmart grocery up, and then on my phone I'll have my list of my shopping ingredients, and then you just add them. So it should be super easy. Hopefully by me doing all these things, it will save you time, and it will save you money, and it will ultimately make feeding your family easier and less stressful. So those are some things that I have. With my cookbook, it will be launching at the beginning of the year for some of the new people that have just joined. And the first 50 people on here to sign up gets it for free. And then the people that are in my sous chef group will get a cookbook if they want them. I do not know the price yet. I've had a lot of people ask me about the price. I have not had the final price because I need to wait to see how this this little thing that they're having on the cookbooks. I need to make sure everything's set before I can just like quote a price. But I do know that it's going to be a more practical cookbook rather than a pretty book. I know that I have a lot of pretty cookbooks that have pretty pictures, and then I have cookbooks that are just like I'm literally gonna have to go get a drink, you guys, that are just gonna be like has a bunch of different recipes that are like concise and like you just like, oh, you want to find a chicken cordon bleu, like bam. So that's gonna be how it's gonna be. Sorry, I have to get a drink, you guys. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, you guys. So that's pretty much how the cookbook's gonna go. Also, I've decided to do a spiral in the middle so that you can lay it flat. I have to lay my cookbooks flat, or I like dog ear, or not dog ear, but I'll open like one side and then I'll be able to do it. So I found out that the best way for me to have, that I enjoy my cookbooks the most is by having that. Okay, so people were saying, I do make 15 meals a week. I'm not going to be sending out 15 meals a week. I'm going to be sending out dinners Monday through Friday. Saturday is a date night, or you can make Friday a date night, or Tuesday a date night, or Wednesday like baseball night, or whatever you have, and then I'll have a breakfast. The reason I make 15 meals for breakfast, like this morning I made pancakes, like yesterday I made eggs. Those are just like things that it's like, I'm not going to put on there like to make your kids like eggs. Or I can just put like cereal for every breakfast. I mean, I don't know. So that's something I am not going to be telling you what to feed your kids for those meals. So it's going to pretty much be 6 meals. So that's just what it is. $7.97 a month for 6 meals a week. So the price is for monthly, so you'll get 24 meals, okay? A lot of people, I don't know why you guys are laughing. Is this supposed to be, am I being funny? I mean, you're probably thinking about the eggs or the cereal, I'm hoping. You guys, I've literally, this is water, but I've drank like 100 ounces of Diet Coke today. Okay, back to my life. Getting all hyped up. Okay, so just the cereal part. That's the thing. So I'm not going to tell you guys what to make your kids for breakfast. I make my kids I made biscuits and gravy, and then I'll save. So tonight I made like a biscuits and gravy casserole. It's not on my blog, but it will be soon. But I'll have that, and I had leftovers, and my kids will heat that up for breakfast. I make eggs, and I make breakfast burritos. That's something. You can make, my kids love Egg McMuffins, and also we do waffles, pancakes. On the weekend I make a big breakfast on Sunday and sometimes Saturday. So, where's meal plan go out? Okay, when does the first meal plan go out? So I do have one for Labor Day, okay? I was planning on sending out meal plans, so I personally order my groceries after my kids are in bed, after I'm home from my mom's from dinner, Sunday night. I pick them up at 9 a.m. at Walmart every single Monday. That's just my habit. I will possibly start trying like fries or Click List, depending on who can get the checkout button fast. Like I could convert over. So for now, that's just what I do. So I was thinking of sending out the meal plan or loading it up in the Facebook group on Saturday, but I think a lot of people wanted it on Friday because they did their shopping on Saturday or Sunday. So I think I'm going to load it on Friday. So for this week, I mean, if I can recover tonight, I'm sure I can, but I'm going to be hopefully posting the first one tomorrow. I have it already, and yeah, finally Mallory, you get on here. Savannah, at least she signed up for my meal plans. I saw her name. But I'm going to I'm going to load the first one, it's hard because like people are checking out so many times, and so they're having a hard time getting on the Facebook group, or they're having a hard time getting it. So I'm hoping that I can still email or post in Facebook group my meal plan. I'm going to definitely post it in Facebook, but if you're not in the Facebook group, I'm going to send it out to the emails too. But I am going to try my best to make sure everybody has it. I mean, I haven't even told my husband that I'm doing the first one tomorrow, because he's probably going to think I'm nuts because he has to help me send out the email. But I do have a Labor Day. Ultimate cheeseburgers, baked beans, watermelon. I mean, that's the first thing. And it has crispy onions, and it has all the things, okay? So I feel like if you are having a Labor Day barbecue, like, you probably need this meal plan, right? Or I just told you the meal and you don't need the meal plan. But either way, I feel like you guys could benefit from the meal plans and the shopping list and the baked beans. If you guys, I'm going to say this just to you guys, I haven't said it to anyone else, but if you make my baked beans, they're like literally my favorite like side dish. I mean, homemade mac and cheese is a close second. But if you make my homemade baked beans and you get to the brown sugar and it says half of a pound of brown sugar, it really is half of a pound. It's not half of a cup. But I get asked every single day, literally every single day, that I'm wrong on that step by step. No. So if you make my baked beans and it says half of a pound, put the half a pound in there. It's not half of a cup. You will thank me. I mean, I like sugar and butter. You guys know me. Okay? So, I feel like for the $7.97, you are getting a lot. And I feel like it's going to just really benefit your life. I have, like, my phone between the first one and now has, like, just been going off. Like, people are so appreciative, people are so kind, people are so nice, and they're so excited for me. And I feel like I cannot wait till you guys all benefit from these meal plans. I feel like they're great. I have been meal planning, I don't know if I told you, but I have been meal planning for 11 years. I literally have a stack like this high of meal plans. And they're what I've used for the last, 11, not really, they're not all there for 11 years. But it is just what I've done. I've got it down, so hopefully you guys will be able to get your grocery bill down lower. I know that a lot of you guys at the very beginning, I don't want to promise you guys that your groceries will be lower at the beginning, because you'll probably be getting things that you don't have in your pantry. But kind of like when I made the Chinese chicken salad that a lot of you guys liked. It had like sesame oil in it and things like that. The sesame oil, it literally had 1 drop of it. But I did another recipe with that sesame oil and another one. So once you have those things and you realize that like Scarlett likes sesame oil, then you'll have those in your kitchen. So hopefully by the time like this week, my groceries were $76 for 15 meals, because a lot of the ingredients I already had. So hopefully when you sign up at the beginning, every week is just going to build upon each other. You're going to have less waste. You're going to be able to introduce your family to new meals and have them try out things. They're going to, people are saying we include school lunches. Did you see my story? My son asked for topper ramen for his school lunch. So if you want me to add school lunches to it, I can say breakfast, make your kids cereal or eggs. Lunch, pack your kids topper ramen, because that's what my son wanted. Dinner, a 4-course meal. Okay? So my goal is to get you guys, like someone just said, less waste. I do bring like a plate to my neighbor like every night with just like, even if it's just for her, if that's all I have, I just deliver it to her. I don't have very much waste. If I do, like I buy things like chicken. See, my friend says her sons were jealous of the topper ramen. That honestly was the cheapest lunch I've ever had to make. When both my sons said that they wanted top ramen for lunch, I was like, first of all, I was hoping that it would backfire. Turns out my oldest son thought it was the best thing that has ever happened to him, and his friends were jealous. So now he wanted top ramen again, okay? breakfast, cereal, top of ramen, yes, lunch, everything. I do cook 15 meals, so the other, how many, 21 meals, my mom makes one, so 20 meals, I cook 15. The other 5, straight eat out. I'm not gonna lie. I get like the other day I told my husband I wanted Charleston's for lunch. I paid like $50 for my lunch because I had to have everything. And when you're making 15 meals a week, you can go and treat yourself to lunch. Okay, so that's pretty much what I personally do. I cook a lot, I eat out when I can, and I drink a lot of soda. So that's how I do it. Taco Bell, no. QT, yes. I still haven't had that, like when I ate those nachos when I was craving them a long time ago, I haven't had them since, you guys. But the QT pretzels are good. Taco Bell, Classy Clever can still eat Taco Bell every day and be fine, but it's fine. Okay? Someone else used to eat Top Ramen for lunch. I personally used to crunch up Top Ramen in a baggie and put the flavoring for my snack. Okay? Katie approves of me eating out. Thanks, Katie. Okay, so I feel like I've told you guys a lot of the details. So I'm going to have the meal plans, the shopping list, and they're going to be sent out through email and through Facebook. If you don't want to be on Facebook, that's totally fine. I just had to, I didn't do Facebook, and so today I had to go through and accept all the people, and I accepted so many requests that it actually told me I wasn't allowed to accept any more requests, because I think I had 5 Facebook friends before today. So I am new to Facebook as well, so I will be learning that with the sous chef group. So I'll have that group, and it's so crazy how everybody has been so supportive and just posting recipes, they're excited, and everything like that. So you'll have the meal plans and the shopping list emailed to you with the links for the videos. You'll also be getting, you can be joined in the cool club. Yes, Jamie, it took me 9 years to be a Facebook friend. How do you feel being my friend on Facebook? If you're my friend on Facebook, you should feel loved because it took me 9 years to accept my friend. So anyway, so that is pretty much what the situation is. I'm excited when my cookbook launches, and if you are in the sous chefs group and you want to purchase one, you will get one. I will have them ready for you, and I will have enough printed so everybody can buy them. Then hopefully I can have enough to launch it to everybody else, and then you can buy them too. So, let me see if I can answer some questions. People like the pork chops. I'm so glad. I do try to post a lot of variety. I used to literally just cook ground beef and chicken, and I feel like by introducing pork chops and things like that, chicken thighs, things like that, you realize that other things are yummy. They're good. So I'm just gonna keep on introducing things, and hopefully your family will be oh wow, I've never had pork chops, and now you're making pork chops and chicken and all these things. So hopefully it'll be a good variety for everyone. I do think that for that price, you are getting a bang for your buck. I do need to tell you though that that price is only good for a week. So it is the early bird pricing for the $7.97 a month. If you sign up, you will be locked in. You can cancel whenever you want. There's not I might unfollow you on Facebook. Just kidding. But I don't even know how to unfollow somebody on Facebook, so I probably can't do that. But you can cancel whenever you want. There's no stipulations, and you can, things like that. I don't know what I was trying to say. I was trying to read people's things. Okay, Crock-Pot, Instapot. I love Crock-Pot. I'm getting used to Instapot. People have sent me so many requests and recipes, and hopefully that sous chef group, everybody will be saying try this, try this, try this, and hopefully everybody tries it, and I can add it to my meal plans. I'm not going to add something to my meal plan that I've never made though. So if you are say you really need to try this, I'm not going to add it until I try it and make sure I love it or tweak it or anything like that. Will the meals repeat in a month? 99%, I would like to say no. I don't even think I've personally cooked the same meal in a month. Like, usually it's like 2 months. I just feel like there's a lot of recipes out there, and I try to give my family variety. So hopefully each month will be completely different. I mean, that's the plan. I've been working on weeks, and none of them are even like remotely the same. And most of the recipes, you guys are gonna be like, what? I haven't even seen Scarlett do that, or like it's gonna be something like earlier. Non-dairy recipes. I mean, at this moment, I'm pretty much just going to be posting like my most popular tried and true recipes that I can 100% recommend. So I will not be doing non-dairy recipes. People also have been asking about, say you have like only like 4 people in your family, or you have 10 people in your family. Most of my recipes, I personally feel like, can be doubled or cut in half. So hopefully the meal plans will be good for all types of, no matter what size you have. I have 6, and most of the recipes that I make will be for 6 people. And so that's just the reality of it. But I also deliver food to my neighbor, so it can be for 8 people. So that's kind of what it is. Mallory says her husband's on keto, and she usually can adapt to this stuff. So hopefully you'll be able to do that. People that are gluten-free have signed up. There will be things like, say on Monday when I have the ultimate cheeseburger, you can use a gluten-free bun, or you can do like what gluten-free people do. I don't know, put in lettuce. I love lettuce on my burgers on the outside. So that's something. Okay, the price is $7.97 a month. Okay, so that's that. But the price will be going up in 1 week. So next Thursday is the last day for the early bird pricing. Then it's going to go up. Also, whatever day you sign up that's what day you're going to get billed each month. So I think today's the 30th. So you'll get billed at the 30th of each month. Will I need special cooking utensils? I mean, yesterday I used the whisk from my daughter's play kitchen. So I think you'll be okay. I mean, I do post, like, I feel like majority of people have crock pots, so that's like, I know people have it. I post like tonight I made something in a cast iron skillet, and yesterday I did, or 2 days ago. You don't have to cook in a cast iron skillet like I just do, and I just like certain things in cast iron skillet. So you can adapt those things. I have a lot of, like, my kitchen is not big, but yet I have more kitchen gadgets than a normal person does, but I can't fit any more in my kitchen because I have too many people. But so I do have a Traeger that smokes, and I do use my Traeger a lot. I've noticed that when I post Traeger recipes, they just don't get as much buzz as like a crockpot recipe. I will be posting some grill recipes, like the ribs and things like that, but people do their ribs in crockpots, Traegers, oven. Everybody was saying I need to do Instant Pot or Instant or Insta, whatever that is, that pot thing. People do ribs in there, okay? So you can do them however you want. I love my Traeger, so I will be posting Traeger recipes just because that's like what my family eats, and I'm not going to make special recipes for you guys. I'm sorry. Or you can buy a Traeger, or you just use your grill, or use whatever. When people ask me, like, if I'm on my Traeger, if they should use something else, the best thing to do is to go onto Pinterest and say, like, oven ribs. They'll tell you how to cook it better than I can. It's hard for me to sometimes recommend how to cook, like, ribs because I'm cooking them on Traeger. So it's probably better to take someone's advice. That is where it would be perfect for the sous chef group. You can ask them. Like, people are saying ribs in the Instant Pot are the best, or IP. I think that's Instant Pot or Insta. Somebody tell me, is it Insta or Instant Pot? I mean, outside it says Instant, but I feel like I keep on saying it wrong because I got corrected a lot in those like hundreds of messages, like I was saying it wrong. Instant, Insta. Mallory, I don't even believe you. Insta or instant? This is Instagram. Instant. Come on, somebody else. Who's the tiebreaker? Like the gram. No, instant. See? You guys don't even know either. Half you guys say Insta, half you guys say instant. How am I supposed to know then? Instant, okay? Whatever, I'm just going to call it the IP. I think that's what people call it, IP. Pressure cooker. Instant, okay. I mean, I hope you guys aren't messing with me. But this would be a thing where you would say in the group, hey, I don't have a Traeger. I need to get with times, but I haven't yet. So somebody tell me how to cook my ribs. And someone will say IP, whatever that means, Insta pot, a pot thing, will tell you how to do it best. Or you can go on Pinterest and ask them, okay? So that's what I'm saying about those things. So those meals will have all different types of variety. But the Facebook group will be an opportunity where we can get like requests, okay? And say what we want to see more of, less of. And it's just going to be a place that's like super safe. Like I want everybody to be able to ask any question that they want. Even if they think it's dumb. I mean, if I use my daughter's whisk from her kitchen, people are going to start thinking like that is like that they need that tool. But the reality of it is I just do not know where my whisk is at the moment. So it's just going to be a safe place where if we want to use our kids' toys or if we want to use a really expensive gadget that will feel totally comfortable. Okay, so that Facebook group's going to be a safe place and we're all just going to enjoy it together. And if you were on Facebook, you will realize in that group already, I mean, maybe some of you guys are back on here because you guys really enjoyed the first hour with me this morning. But it is just like a place where like everybody's just like high-fiving each other and acting like friends. Practically what I'm saying is that group is probably going to take place of my friends that I just went to New York with because the sous chef groups are showing more love to me than them probably. So it's just going to be a tight-knit group. Hopefully one day we'll throw a huge party and it'll be fun. So that's pretty much what I'm saying. Do you guys have any last-minute questions? When are the meal plans coming out? I have the meal plans ready. I have the first meal plan ready. People cried today, you guys. I'm so sorry if you came on here tonight to cry. If you really want to cry, just watch the first 10 minutes of my video this morning. I literally was bawling, talking about my family around the table. Because it means like literally the world to me. And my husband. It's like, he loves it. So if you want to cry and not laugh, you can go see that one. Oh, it's saying that I only have 1 minute and 57 seconds left. Okay, so go to the link in my profile and click on it, and it will take you to sign up, direct you straight to the Facebook page. Then, after the Facebook page, it will shoot you back and send you an email, okay? It's saying it's about to kick me off. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for taking care of me. And thanks for learning with me. I know I don't know all the tips and tricks. I don't even know what things are called. But thanks for just like taking me as I am and just loving me. And also, honestly, if you do want to cry, it was like, please everybody on here, just go watch 10 minutes. Because of the first one. Because it is like so touching and so emotional. I've watched it a few times and I've just cried. So I love it. But hopefully most of you guys, I'll see you guys in the sous chef group. If not, I'll catch you on the Insta gram. Okay? Thanks for joining me tonight. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me and I will get to them as fast as possible. And that is it. See you guys later. Bye.